Hey everyone, in today's class we'll see how we can separate the list element into even and odd number. That means how I can create a separate list of even number and odd number. So for this I'll take a variable. For example, I'll take maybe a is equal to, and then I will take few elements. You can take even the elements of user's choice. I have created a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 elements. Now to access these elements, I will use a for loop. For and I will take be in range. Now inside this, I will use length function, and then I will put this a to calculate the length of my list. So now, before I start separating even and odd number, I will create an empty list of even number. Name it as even is equal to, this is my empty list, and then odd is equal to, and this is my odd list. Now to access or traverse a list, we use the list name along with the index. So here I will use print, and then I can use a, and then in square bracket, if I put B, let me check my list elements just by saving it and F5 key. So if you can see, these are my list element. I do not want such list. I want a separate list of even number and odd number. Here I want to check whether the element is even number or odd number. So for this, I will use if, and then A is square bracket B, if modulus 2 is equal to 0. Now, this is the condition we use for checking the number is even number or odd number. So if this is equal to 0, that means the number is even. So in such case, what I will do is I will use this even list name dot append function will add the element. So what I will do is whatever the current element is, I will put inside the even list, and then I will separate. Now for the odd, I will use else part, and I will just copy this and paste this here. Instead of even, I will use odd variable. So this will append all the elements of even into one list variable, and this will separate the odd element into odd list variable. Finally, coming out of the loop, I will use a print, and then numbers separated with comma, and then I can check it the same way with odd numbers is equal to odd. Now let me just run this. If you can see this 12, 34, 56, 78, that's correct. And this is the odd number. Let me explain it to you. First of all, I have taken two empty variables or two empty lists. First is for even number, second is for collecting the odd numbers. Now, to access or to traverse the list, we use a for loop. In this, I have used range and then length of A. Length of A means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So when 9 elements are there, the loop should run 9 times. But as you know, when we use range function, it starts with 0, and the same is the first element of list can be accessed with 0 only. So this way we use a range function. Now inside this loop, I have used a condition. If my element modulus of 2, that means when I divide it with 2, and if it gives a reminder 0, that means the element is even number. So for this condition, I have written a statement that the variable which is empty dot append. This append function will add whatever the element is at the end of the list. That means one element will be added in first run. Else that means when this is not true, that means when it is not equal to 0, that means the number is odd number. So for this condition, I have written odd. That is the list with odd numbers, which is empty now. I will use dot append and then I will use A and B. That means whatever the element is in current run will go inside this list. Okay. This statement will append or add all the elements which are even into a separate list. And this statement will append or add the elements in this odd variable or odd list. So I will use this print function after the loop. That means because I don't want it to be printed in every line. So here I have used list with even numbers, and this variable has all the even numbers with the help of this append function, and this variable has all the odd numbers with the help of this because of this statement. So that's all for today's class. In our next class, we'll see more about list. Please subscribe the channel for more such videos. Thank you so much for watching.